Hey, what's up? I'm Betty Who, and you are watching Celeb Secrets TV.
So you have a song coming out tomorrow, and it's part of the film. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so the song is the single from the soundtrack, Zero vs. the Loser soundtrack, which I am so happy to be a part of. It's my first, I feel like, big sort of movie song, and it's all thanks to my friend Leland, who executive produced the entire record. He wrote the song, and he brought it in being like, I think you should sing this one. And I was really like psyched that he thought of me. I was kind of like shocked a little bit, so I was really excited to hear it and sort of hear about the context of the movie, and he's really emotionally kind of in tune, and he gets it. So I love the rest of the music, and also he got a bunch of my friends, like Vincent's one of my best friends from college. We've known each other for so long, so to have him also be on it, it's like a whole crew thing. It's really nice.
And then from like the trailer and the synopsis, it looks like a very like woman empowerment movement.
It's gonna be like all night. I know my eyelashes were already sort of not staying on earlier, and I looked at my makeup artist and I was like, Jane, this is gonna be bad. I don't know what I'm gonna cry in the movies. Bad news, yeah. You'll see me after the after party just like haggard and like melting. Yeah.
So what would you say has resonated with you from the film, from what you've seen?
I think the feeling of otherness, the feeling of not having somewhere that you belong, is something that a lot of teenagers, human beings, feel. And I think I definitely had a lot of experience with that in my teenage years, and I was lucky enough to sort of end up in a place with a group of friends who celebrated that otherness and celebrated each other and being different, and that was my saving grace as like a teenager, as a human. It shaped who I am in such a kind of sincere way. So I think, even from the little bit that I've seen, watching the character of Sierra sort of find her tribe and find her people who lift her up and don't tear her down, and reminding the people who maybe are tearing her down that like she's a person too, and like bullying is not cool at all. Like seeing that kind of be played out in a modern love story is really necessary.
This film started with a risky test. Have you ever sent a risky test where you like, you thought about it, you're like,
all the time. Especially when I was single, girl, I would send, because what do you got to lose, to be honest? And so I would send a sketchy text, and if I didn't get a text back, I'd be like, it's the worst that could happen. They don't text you back, that's it.
And that's a good message to have.
What's the worst that could happen? You sketch somebody out, all right, then they're not the person for you anyway. I feel like I'm a very intense, I got a lot of love to give, and so if like me at 20% when we're meeting is too much for you, me at 100% is definitely gonna be too much. So it's probably like a good weeding out process anyway.
And then lastly, you are working on The Bachelorette. So can you tell us a little bit about that before you leave?
Yes, The Bachelorette was so fun. So it was pretty cool. The Bachelorette of the last season, Becca, like happened to be a really big fan of mine. She has come to a bunch of my shows in Minneapolis, and she was like this like lovely human who I totally fell in love with, and I think we're like friends now, and we DM each other, and it's cute and it's fine. Yeah, we had the best time. I'm still a little disappointed that Blake didn't win, because I was obviously on their date. I got to meet him, so I felt like a little bit attached, but it's fine. I'm fingers crossed he's the next Bachelor, so we're all good.